Right. If you go up the road 105 miles, you find Cincinnati's United Art Fund. And 4 of their anchors in their group of cultural partners are the 4 large museums there. The Contemporary Art Center, the Taft, the Fine Art Museum, and then there's one other. Well, we had approached many times over the years the Speed Museum as our largest anchor to become part of this cultural partner. Would that elevate the visual arts through the Fund for the Arts if the Speed Museum were a partner? You ask yourself that question. If the International Contemporary Art Foundation, which has international recognition, located right here at 7th and Main Street, if that were a partner, would that help elevate? Because right now, it's Shannon and all that y'all are carrying the banner, Kentucky Museum of Art and Craft and Louisville Visual Art Association, and we're thrilled to partner with each of the organizations. And I feel that if we had a larger visual art component, we could help elevate that conversation.
The new visual arts school in town.
I guess I keep thinking Spalding University, and talk to your executive in residence over at Spalding. He might be able to help you in some way.
We're going to be growing, and we will be glad to help out.
Okay.
Do you
All
think
right. We need to meet.
Do you think that visual arts component would be larger had the fund? Trying to think of the best way to put it. Had the fund been more giving to visual arts versus performing arts in the past? Because there might be more interest and energy coming from visual artists towards the fund.
What kind of energy are we looking at for the visual artists to come toward the fund?
But if you're saying that there's not enough of the visual arts component just yet, do you think that's a symptom of the fact that for so long the visual arts, and until we see these new recommendations, possibly still felt that they were not given the same treatment as the performing arts? Why would they go to you if you weren't going, if they didn't feel that you were going to them?
Right. I think it's a complicated question. And should there be more money for the visual arts? Absolutely. Can we figure that out together? Absolutely. Am I hopeful? Yes, I am. And I can see that. I mean, those of you that have been guests in our home, you know where our passion lies, and our money backs it up. Lacey and I we're the couple in town that promotes buying from local galleries or local artists specifically. I was going to do a slideshow of all the art at home and have you stand up as your piece on the wall, and the team said, well, everybody will be standing up. That was ridiculous. And I said, well, it would be kind of fun. But
may I add something here? Because if we had more funding, not just from Fund for the Arts, but public funding as well, and organizations like ours, we, KMAC and LVAA, can help nurture, educate more people on the power and the vision and the transformation possibilities of having visual art and exposure, not as a destination going to a museum necessarily, but all of these ways in our lives, in our neighborhoods, in our public sector, everywhere. We see that. But we have to be able to nurture that in this community, which I think is missing.
let me ask
The
you
fund
about
can do that. The fund has to through new funding streams, as well as the state of Kentucky, as well as the metro government. I'm not just pulling out the fund. But I think that's important. We need more people like you and Lacey. That's what we are trying to cultivate out in us. And our staff.
Well, and I think all of our organizations, we have to develop our audience. That's going to be there, part of that education, start when they're young. If people get art programming, they support art programming. And that's just the fact.
We have 2 comments here. You, then you?
Yeah, in connection to what was just said, I've been a resident of Louisville since 1985. And I've noticed that there is a clear hierarchy in the arts organizations, and a lot of the designation of the hierarchy has been in the way of the arts contact, being interacting with the community. I mean, there's, a good example is the Funk Orchestra. There's almost outstanding 12. And no one was watching it as it was dying, and it's all around us. It's an international phenomenon, and there is no such thing as that old-fashioned hierarchy of orchestras and high convoluted kind of expressions. Is that clear or not? Does it make any sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got it. Perhaps you think it's different.
So my question is this: is there, or how can you break through this turfiness of this old guard in Louisville? Because it is there, I know it. I've seen it. Is it a way for the Fund for the Arts to break through that, so that there is, so the arts don't alienate themselves from you just mentioned the Speed Museum. The Speed Museum is completely alien to this community. For many years, money went, money that Fund for the Arts collected went to foreign artists that came to play with the Louisville Orchestra. Louisville Orchestra was very, very snobbish, not hiring local soloists. Same with the Speed Museum. That was the last important show in the Speed Museum of a local artist. It's very, very snobbish. It's very turfy and old guard, and it will die off because of that. And
I think the last show was last year, and the one before that one was 2 years ago. If I
people
recall.
get little corners. They don't get major spaces there. Local artists don't get major spaces there.
Stephen Irwin is really nice.
The people get a little corner, and it is a very strange kind of dichotomy, because Louisville prides itself on being an artistic and art-loving city, but it really isn't. It is not really very nice to its local artists of any kind, musicians, visual artists, anything. My question again is first of all, does the Fund for the Arts recognize this point? If so, what is the way to break through this tradition?
The Fund for the Arts recognizes that many of our local artists feel that way. Yes, we recognize that, and that's why we're here, and that's why we're wanting to listen. And we're trying to start a dialogue so that we can figure out together and move forward and try to create some solutions. Can I change someone's feelings? No. Can I change how someone feels about where they are in life? No. But can I help be part of the conversation to move it forward? I don't want to give lots of examples that reflect a very different picture from that, because there are many artists in the community and the region that they believe they are doing well and thriving and having a lot of attention paid to them. Just like some of those garbage truck drivers in that picture, some of them feel the love and some of them don't. Some of them feel appreciated and some of them don't. Mike Erler's the TARC driver. He'll tell you today he felt much more appreciated than Jerry Lawrence felt. Jerry Lawrence left TARC. He didn't feel appreciated. You see? So that's why we're here. We're here to create a dialogue. This is a good start. You started this, Craig. You said, let's have a conversation. Where's Ann? Ann, folks know Ann Stewart Anderson, for heaven's sakes. Juliet, do you know Ann?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I spoke at Ann's Sunday school class a couple months ago, and after that meeting, she said, we want you to come, and that's how we got here this evening. So it's to create a dialogue.
We have a comment